Hello. All right, so tonight I want to talk about something that I was talking to Julie about earlier, and it's something that I kind of wondered for a long time now. You know, you hear that today a lot of people don't work for companies anymore. So, oh, back in the day, you worked for the same company for 20 years, and they took care of you, and you retired from them. And they say that doesn't ever happen anymore. And some, they're blaming a lot of people. They're like, oh, it's these kids now, it's these millennials, or it's this, other generation. You guys just aren't happy, and you can't stay where you are. When in truth, the actual problem revolves in the companies themselves. So here's the thing I found from my personal experience. You go to work for a company. It doesn't matter what level you're at. Let's say you're a junior. You just got out of college. You go to work for a company. So when you're first hired, you're hired for what you can learn. So that's what they need you for. They say, okay, we have this warm body here. They went to school. They can have some stuff. Okay, fine. We're going to hire you for what you can know. So you get a salary that's based off what you can know. And that's typically a lower salary. So you get that salary and you work. Now, when you're in the process, you start to learn a whole lot of things and you start to improve a lot more. Your list of skills is climbing dramatically, and those are very valuable skills. But you go and you talk to your boss, and what do you hear? Oh, no. We have a formal process for reviews and raises. It's once a year. You need to do your 360 review. You need to do your peer reviews. Only after that can we investigate a possibility of a raise. So then you go through all of that. You sit down and you're all excited. You go get your first raise, and then they tell you what the number is, and it's 2.5%. That actually happened to me. That was when my raise is 2.5%. They told me to be happy because the average raise was 2%. So here's the problem. You've done the work, you've increased your value. However, their payment to you, their return of energy, the return of investment into you hasn't changed. That's less than cost of living increase. All right? You have to go up a lot to increase cost of living. That's to stay where you are. That's saying you know nothing. And you waited a year to do that. So you go on the next year and it's the same thing. If you stay at that same company that you graduated college, that first company you with for 10 years, you're just going to have your base salary with a 2%, 3%, 4% raise every year. It's nothing. I guarantee you, if you've worked anywhere over 2 years and you've only received 2.5%, 3% raises, chances are you are way, way undervalued. You'll be worth so much more out in the marketplace. I learned that when I was pretty young. So I started changing jobs. That one place with 2.5%, I stayed. I moved positions. I asked for a raise. I actually asked for a $10,000 raise where I was at because I knew that people above me were previously in that position were making a whole lot more money. So I asked them for that, and I was denied. They said, you know what? I don't even know what you're worth. Well, I went out in the market and looked. Ended up, I was worth $25,000 more. And I found that job within 2 days of looking. So I quit the other job and took the one for $25,000 more. That started a series of job hops. In fact, I've been criticized in interviews that says, wow, it seems like you've changed jobs a lot. Well, you know what? I have. I really have. I worked for about 2 years, and I found that, especially in tech, the type of work I'm doing is worth a lot more, out in the marketplace. So why would I settle for 2%, 3% raises when out in the marketplace? What's my gain? What is it? It says like, oh, that's a selfish mode. Well, yeah. I mean, it's me. I'm the one going to work. I'm getting the check to go home to live my life. So based off that, I want to be able to have the highest pay for the skills that I have that's there. Now, some of you might be saying, well, I don't have those skills. I'm kind of stuck. I'm stuck in my job. This is as much as I can make in a job. And so there might be. Maybe there's a particular skill that you are paid as much as you'll ever get paid for that. Well, here's the thing. You can go learn new skills. I mean, you can. We've got YouTube. There's all kinds of academy sites out there and Udemy and all these little places that you can sign up for courses and all kinds of stuff you can learn on your own. Don't wait for your company to teach you or anything else. Go out, learn those additional skills, and then you'll have that value to add to the marketplace. So when you go out and you pitch other companies, they'll pay you more money because you've increased those skills. So basically, that's it. I just really don't understand people nowadays that work for the same place for 5, 6, 10, 15 years. Unless they are, this rare companies where they really do value their talent, and they'll give those big raises, and they'll give the bump ups. But that's a very rare case from most I've seen. Most, they say, oh, you're in our system. It's once a year. wait till it comes around. Here's the thing. I do know this. When I've left, they've had to hire someone to come in after me. And what do you know? They negotiated that person's salary right then. They didn't wait a year to negotiate that new person's salary. So that's kind of a lie, too, that you have to wait. No, you should be able to ask and get a raise anytime. If you're providing the right value, again, it's a balance. It's a balance in value and a balance in earnings. So if you're not happy where you're at, look at your skill set. See if you're if you really are undervalued at your current position, then go look on the marketplace. Go find another job. Or go to your boss and ask for more money. Nothing to stop that. If you think that your skill set can't make any more money, well, then get out there and learn a new skill set. There's a lot out there. There's all kinds of cool stuff you can do these days. So go pick it up. Anyway, something to think about later.